about 3 inches of snow. And so the Cape, the mainland of the Cape getting more snow than the islands, but just about everybody's going to get a lot of snow. Harvey has more on the snowfall amounts, the timeline, when the storm's going to end. So take it away, Harv.
All right, thank you very much, Dick. Some of our weather watchers checking in with us. Rutland and Worcester County already with 4 inches, Maynard with 3. Middleborough had 3.5 inches at 2 o'clock. It's interesting, it started around noon there. By 1 o'clock, 2 inches. And then by 2 o'clock, 3.5. So that's 1.5 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates during those couple of hours. Undoubtedly, it's reached 4 inches in Middleborough now. A few other reports. Hanson is almost 2.5 inches. Same with Pembroke. And here in Needham now, we're closing in on 2.5 inches of snow. We only started around 12:30. So that is a little more than an inch per hour in terms of the snowfall rate. Now, we widen out and show you our HD Doppler network, our network of radars. The brightest white is the heaviest snow. Look at this. It's now covering all the areas almost from Boston all the way through all of Massachusetts into southern Vermont, all of Connecticut, moving into Rhode Island, and there's still some heavy snow back across northern Pennsylvania and eastern New York State. All of this has to come through the region. New York City is getting a mix of freezing rain and sleet, and now that mix is getting close to the islands at this time. In fact, we've had reports from Donna down in the Vineyard that she's had snow. Now it's snow and sleet mixed, and it may kind of flip back and forth around there as they're right near that mix line. So our timeline shows just about all of us getting heavy snow, 1 to 2 inch per hour snows from now right on through 4 o'clock. And even here in eastern Massachusetts at 7 o'clock, it'll still be snowing pretty good. But once you get to 495 in Worcester, it will start to taper off. And from this point on, the taper off from west-east will be very quick. 8, 9, 10 o'clock, it's moving offshore. Just a few flurries or freezing drizzle will be left over at that time. But by that time, a lot of snow on the ground. Widespread amounts of 6 to 10 inches covering most of the region, perhaps a little less when you get north of Manchester, New Hampshire. And there could be an area where a few spots from Hartford to Providence and on toward Pembroke and Marshfield, that Taunton area could maybe have 11 or 12. The extreme south coast, 4 to 8 because of some sleet mixing in, and the islands where the most sleet or rain will mix in between 1 and 4 inches of snow. But the Cape itself could still see 4 to 8 for total amounts. So that's how things are looking. Obviously, this is having a huge impact on travel and roadways. Let's get the latest now by checking in with Smart Routes and Jeff Larson. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, Harvey boy, Boston's just become the world's biggest parking lot today. It is a very slow ride everywhere you go. Not a problem with accidents because traffic is moving so slowly that while there may be some accidents out there, you just do it going too slowly to get into any serious collisions. A lot of breakdowns, a lot of people running out of gas, and a lot of those people aren't going to be home by 8, 9, 10 o'clock when you say that this storm is going to end. Now, this is what it looks like on the Zakim Bridge and the Leverett Connector. This traffic southbound going into the O'Neill Tunnel, it's an hour and 15 minutes to get just through the O'Neill Tunnel on the southbound side. Here's the northbound side getting up out of the city. It's 90 minutes to 2 hours from downtown Boston just to get up to Route 128. Here's the Leverett Connector in the foreground. That's moving very slowly as well. Just a quick tour around the city. There's another view of the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge, just another angle on it. The Southeast Expressway, this ride is not quite as bad, although it doesn't look like it's moving very well. It's an hour's trip from Boston down through to Braintree, so a very slow run for travelers there. Here's the Turnpike. Now, the Turnpike official speed limit is 40 miles per hour. There's no one in this drive that's going 40 miles per hour. Even on the eastbound side where traffic is much lighter, things are still only at about 10, maybe 15 to 20 miles per hour at the very best. The Southeast Expressway is very slow. We also have this very slow ride on Storrow Drive. You can see it's down to bare pavement just in a little bit of the roadway, but that's going to go away fairly soon. This eastbound drive is slow all the way through from Mass Avenue. And again, we're seeing this all over the metro Boston area. This isn't just on the main roads, it's on the secondary roads as well. We have spoken to the folks over at the MBTA. They tell us that they are operating with some weather-related delays on the Franklin and Haverhill lines, but they do tell us that the subway service is all running pretty close to schedule. In fact, they're running extra trains on the blue line, the orange line, and the red line, so at least that's good news for travelers. But boy, there are going to be some frustrated people coming home tonight. One of the reasons, by the way, the roads are so bad is because the plows are stuck in the traffic the same way the traffic is, and they can't go any faster than the traffic, so the roads are just deteriorating as things progress. It's just very heavy volume out there. Harvey, back to you.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And obviously from Jeff's report and your own common sense, if at all possible, best if you don't go out on the roadways until this calms down, at least later on tonight. Now, we'll keep you posted. Dick and I will be back at 3 o'clock with an update. And News Center 5 today is going to begin at 4 o'clock with continuous coverage of this storm and all the day's news. And you can get the latest on the BostonChannel.com as well. We'll see you at 3. Now back to regularly scheduled programming.